Let's be honest, dropshipping in 2026 is a trap. The gold rush is over, and if you're just starting out with the old buy on AliExpress, sell on Shopify playbook, well, you're pretty much set up to fail. It's a nightmare of insane ad costs, angry customers wondering where their package is, and shipping times that feel like a relic from another era. That's not a business, it's a hamster wheel of stress. But what if you could sidestep all of that? What if you could build an online brand that people actually trust and love without ever holding a single piece of inventory? In this video, I'm pulling back the curtain on the brand middleman model, the strategy that's quietly replacing traditional dropshipping and creating real, sustainable businesses. The dream you were sold is a fantasy. The idea that you can just find some cheap gadget on a sourcing site, toss it on a generic-looking store, hit go on some Facebook ads and watch the money pour in. That chapter is closed. That version of dropshipping is on life support. So what went wrong? 3 things. First, the market is completely oversaturated. Everyone is selling the same handful of viral products from the same suppliers. Today's customers are sharp. They can spot a generic dropshipping store from a mile away. When there's no trust and no unique brand, why would they buy from you instead of the 100 other stores that look exactly like yours? Second, ad costs are out of control. Platforms like Facebook and TikTok aren't the Wild West anymore. Big brands are pouring billions in, driving up the price of attention for everyone. That little ad for your amazing new kitchen gadget is now fighting for eyeballs with giants like Nike. Costs per click are climbing, and what used to work for pennies now costs dollars. For a business that runs on razor-thin margins, that's a death sentence. And third, the customer experience is a train wreck. Those dreaded 15, 30, or even 45-day shipping times from overseas just don't fly anymore. Amazon has trained us to expect our stuff in 2 days, not 2 months. This inevitably leads to a flood of "where is my order?" emails, infuriating chargebacks, and terrible reviews that will sink your store before it ever learns to swim. You end up spending all your time doing damage control instead of actually building a business. This is the dropshipping graveyard, filled with the ghosts of stores that followed the guru's advice to the letter and still failed. They failed because the model itself is fundamentally broken for newcomers in 2026. It's a race to the bottom, and it's a race you're almost guaranteed to lose. So if the old way is dead, what's the new way? It's not about finding some secret product or a magic ad formula. It's a complete shift in strategy. It's about becoming a brand middleman. What on earth does that mean? A middleman is just a connector, someone who links supply with demand. But instead of being a faceless link in the chain, you build a brand around that connection. You're not just reselling a generic product, you're curating an experience, building genuine trust, and creating a business with real sellable value. Think about it. Uber doesn't own cars. Airbnb doesn't own houses. They are billion-dollar middlemen. They built trusted brands that seamlessly connect a service with a customer. We're going to apply that exact same principle, just on a scale you can start from your couch. The brand middleman model helps you escape the saturation trap because you're no longer selling the same thing as everyone else. You're selling your version of it. It helps you dodge insane ad costs because you're building an audience that trusts you and comes to you directly instead of you paying Facebook for every single click. And it avoids the customer experience nightmare because you partner with better, often local, suppliers. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a blueprint for building a real asset. It's how you go from being another forgettable dropshipping store to a memorable, trusted brand. And even though the old model is fading, the e-commerce opportunity is absolutely massive. The global market is projected to hit nearly $6.9 trillion in 2026. The money is there, but only for those who are smart enough to adapt. Alright, let's get into the step-by-step flight plan. Here's how you build a thriving business from the ashes of traditional dropshipping. Step 1, the foundation. Niche down and build an identity. The era of the general store is over. You can't sell dog collars next to phone cases and expect anyone to take you seriously. You have to pick a niche, but don't just stop at fitness. Go deeper. Think sustainable yoga gear for urban professionals. Don't just pick home decor. Go deeper. Think minimalist organization tools for small space living. When you become the go-to expert in a specific sub-niche, you're no longer competing with Amazon. You're serving a passionate community. Before you even think about a product, think about the person you're selling to. What are their real problems? What do they value? Build your entire brand identity around serving that person. This focus will guide everything from your store's design to your marketing content. Alright, so step 2 is all about your store. This is your branded home base. Your Shopify or WooCommerce store isn't just a place to process payments. Think of it as your brand's headquarters, and honestly, it needs to scream professionalism and trust from the very first moment someone lands on it. That means, no more generic themes and definitely no grainy, stolen product photos. Instead, invest in a clean, premium theme. Make sure your product descriptions actually tell a story and solve a problem, not just list a bunch of boring specs. And most importantly, get high-quality, original images or videos. If you can, order the product yourself and do a simple photo shoot with your phone. It's honestly the single easiest way to stand out and show that there's a real caring person behind the brand. Step 3. Sourcing and branding. The brand middleman in action. This is really the heart of the model. So, instead of just grabbing a product from a random supplier, we're going to use two much smarter methods: print on demand and private labeling with vetted suppliers. Print on demand, or POD, is honestly brilliant for starting out. Services like Printify or Printful let you create your own custom-designed products like t-shirts, mugs, posters, and more, with absolutely zero upfront inventory cost. You just upload a design, and when someone places an order, the POD company prints, packs, and ships it for you from a local facility. This means fast shipping, usually 2 to 7 days, no worries about overseas tariffs, and a completely unique product that only you sell. Once you find a winning product, you can graduate to private labeling. This is where you work with a manufacturer to put your own logo and branding on a product. You can find these partners on platforms that connect you with reliable, pre-vetted suppliers, many of whom are based right here in the US or Europe. You're still not holding inventory, but now you're selling a product that is 100% yours. Step 4. Marketing. From burning cash to building a community. So stop pouring all your hope and money into paid ads. In 2026, the most valuable asset you can build is an audience that actually trusts you. Instead of just running a generic ad begging for a sale, create content that your ideal customer actually wants to consume. Start a TikTok or YouTube Shorts channel focused on your niche. If you sell cool car accessories, make videos reviewing new car gadgets or sharing simple detailing hacks. If you sell eco-friendly yoga gear, create short guided morning stretch routines. Give value first, build a community. Then, you can seamlessly recommend the products you sell. This content-first approach builds an organic pipeline of customers who already know and like you. They seek you out so you don't have to pay to chase them down. Of course, you can still use paid ads, but now you use them to amplify what's already working. You can retarget people who watched your videos or create lookalike audiences from your best customers. Your ads become smarter, cheaper, and way more effective. So, is dropshipping dead? Yes. The lazy, low-effort, customer-last version of dropshipping is absolutely dead, and it's not coming back. It's been replaced by something better, more sustainable, and infinitely more rewarding. The future of e-commerce isn't about finding a cheap loophole. It's about building a real brand that people genuinely care about. The Brand Middleman model is your blueprint for doing just that. It's about picking a niche you're passionate about, creating unique products through pod or private labeling, forging a real connection with your audience, and working with suppliers who provide a customer experience you can actually be proud of. The market isn't getting smaller, it's getting smarter. The customers are getting smarter. It's time for you to get smarter too. Stop trying to be a faceless dropshipper. Start becoming a brand middleman. That is how you win in 2026 and beyond. If this video gave you some clarity, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe for more no-fluff e-commerce strategies. Thanks for watching, and go build something real.